Happy Monday, my name is Osophical here live in Mar Vista, California, and this video is a response to a question that my friend Lori asked me about, which is just if I could expand on life as a nomad. Or I was telling my friend the other day I'm a nomad, and he was like, well, maybe you're a yes happy. So I thought that was pretty funny. But anywho, I'm just gonna go through some of the who, what, where, when, why, how of traveling in the United States, because I started the Floetry and Gift Circle tour last July, and so I've been traveling for about 6 months straight. And I also traveled in the U.S. for 6 months on the Cultural Recyclist bike tour across America, which was really amazing. We biked 4,000 miles across country just on our bicycles. We didn't have a team. We didn't have a support vehicle or anything like that. So in this video, I'm just gonna go through some of the lessons and little things that you might want to know if you're planning to travel. So one of the big reasons why I love traveling is because it puts this sense of adventure into everything you're doing, and you're kind of just embracing the mystery of life as it comes, and you're meeting new people, you're getting to see new places, and it just puts you in this crazy flow of synchronicity or coincidences where, like, we'll meet someone at an event and then they'll end up be traveling exactly where I'm hoping to go, and they're like, yeah, you can have a ride, and we'll cook you dinner, and we'll hook you up with everything you need. And it's just like traveling like this constantly affirms that so many people out there are generous and really want to help people out. And so to start off the Floetry tour, I raised money through an Indiegogo campaign, just sharing what my sort of mission and vision was. And I think it's really cool to have some sort of mission or vision for your traveling, not just like sightseeing, you know, like do it as some sort of way of service and helping the collective, or some sort of art project or movie or something. Just add a cool element to it. I recommend doing that. And so as I've been traveling, I've been sharing Floetry at different events and at gatherings, open mics, and I've also been facilitating gift circles, as you've probably seen if you've been watching these other videos. And I think it's just really cool to have some sort of theme as you're traveling, and you can also use that as a fundraising technique. Like, I've been sharing my Floetry albums. I also have the octopus head massagers, which are really amazing. And that way you can have something, if you stay with someone, you can be like, if you want to support this journey, we can exchange this. And it doesn't even have to be a monetary exchange. Like, I love to trade things, and that also helps build the alternative economics where we're not just dependent on this crazy green paper game. And so also, if somebody's kind and opens their home, then you can give them whatever your gift is. Maybe you're a massage and you're just going to go on the massage tour and give lots of random people massages. Or maybe you want to share your homemade jewelry with people. So having some sort of element or larger vision, I think, is key for traveling. And we also had that on the Cultural Recyclist journey. We were exploring sustainability, so we visited a lot of farms and eco villages. And that's another thing I recommend. If you just want to get out there and travel, you can do something like woofing, where you volunteer at a farm and do you help out, and then they let you stay there and they give you free food and all that. So that's a really cool possibility, is woofing. I'll post a link to that. So some other factors of traveling. There's so many different ways to do it. Like, recently on the Floetry tour, I've been mostly staying with friends, people that I had already known out here. But a lot of times I'll meet someone new and then they'll let me stay with them for a little bit. until I go to the next event. And usually I do like to map out a little bit into the future, like have a few events planned out and then just fill in the gaps in between the events that I have scheduled by going to spontaneous yoga classes and things like that. And so there's some ways you can have it really planned out, or you can just day to day have a crazy adventure. And it all really depends on what your intentions and hopes are. So another thing is just how to travel in between places. I've used I haven't really used the website Couchsurfing, but that is a great resource. But car share or ride share on Craigslist is another great tool. If you need a ride somewhere, there's usually some sort of person going there who would be happy to help you get to the next location. And you can also, on the East Coast, I often use Megabus, which is a pretty nicer than Greyhound. But I mean, you can also use Greyhound. And if you're in a city, it's nice to use the public transportation system, and that helps you see all different cool neighborhoods and just be a normal city person instead of taking a limousine like I normally do. But let's see, some other factors like food. Just a lot of people are really happy to cook you dinner or share their food if you're in their home, or I often just go to grocery stores and get some food, and then maybe I'll cook a meal with the people I'm staying with. One kind of weird factor is, though, it's like you can't travel with tons of food, because then you just have all these bags, which I do sometimes have, which makes it kind of complicated. And so one of the, I guess, downsides you could say, or not really a downside, but just one thing to keep in mind is that you won't have like your whole spice rack and like all these toppings and stuff that you normally add. But that makes it cool because you get to just experiment with whatever the people you're staying with have. And you get to really appreciate, that's one of the key things of traveling, is you just get to appreciate the suchness and the uniqueness of life in general, but especially like the different people's homes you visit. Like you get to see how people set up their homes way differently than you would, or like just people's quirks and weird ways of doing things. It's like one house you'll be staying in, they'll be really gung-ho that you don't feed the dog chocolate or something like that, and then the next home, like, they'll just be giving the dog tons of chocolate. That's just a crazy example, but let's see, some other factors to keep in mind. I really do encourage you to try traveling, even if it's just for a week. Like, go on some crazy journey, because it gives you a wider perspective and appreciation for life in such a big way. At least it does for me and most people I know who travel. Yeah, I'm gonna be going to a bunch of events coming up. This year the festival season is starting up, so I'm mapping out which festivals. If you have any recommendations or festivals you're going to, please let me know. I'm definitely going to Burning Man, that's high on the list, and Lightning in a Bottle, which is in May. So I encourage you to check out some festivals in your area if you haven't already. And scoobly doobly doo, it is pretty crazy being a yes happy or a nomad. That's another thing. It can often feel kind of ungrounding, like you don't have really a structure to protect you all the time, or like you don't have that solid base always. But I think that allows us to trust in the universe more, and just trust that even when things are weird or kind of wobbly, the universe is on our side. So yeah, those are just some thoughts. Please share any more questions on traveling. I really have gained so much from being a yes happy, and I intend to continue for at least a little bit longer. I'm gonna be going to an event, a leadership training next month at the Esalen Institute, which I'm really excited about. My last video was about it. If you do like to contribute, I would greatly appreciate that. I'm trying to raise $300 to do the training, and yeah, it's basically partnering all these amazing organizations to connect Western artists and young people who have all this creative energy and potential to spread awareness about these issues, and then sharing that, using that to spread awareness about the Amazonian indigenous tribes who are facing really big challenges right now against oil companies and preserving their cultures. And it's really an amazing project. I'll also post the link to that. There's a great Indiegogo campaign which we would love your support on. So thank you for watching. Please post any questions about traveling as a yes happy or a nomad, and have a beautiful day. Peace.